Myers was upon one of the many Jewish immigrants with an incredible story. He was born February 8, 1787, in Krycek, Belarus, Russia. He was the youngest of 7 children, which made it hard on him, always being the last and the least favorite. Being the youngest of a huge family certainly hardened Sidney up for his future.
Sidney Myer was eventually forced to leave Russia because of the violence he experienced against the Jews. He experienced and witnessed a lot of violence and was treated unfairly due to his religion.
Sidney's parents went to Palestine whilst Sidney's brother Elkin chose to come to Australia for a better life, and shortly after, Sidney following. After a short stay in Melbourne, the brothers moved to Bendigo.
When he arrived at Station Pier in Australia, he was penniless, just carrying hopes and dreams of the future. He came to introduce work practices, which were at that time virtually unknown, such as provision of free on-site health and dental care to his employees, offering shares in the company to staff, and creating social and sporting groups among employees.
Sidney Meyer's original name was not Sidney Myer. It was originally Simcharbevsky. He changed his first name to Sidney and took the last name Myer. Many immigrants had to change their names when migrating. Name changing was often due to disguise one's cultural identity, especially when moving between countries who differ in many ways.
Welcome to the city of Melbourne. Sidney joined Elkin in the underclothing business he had been working at, while at the same time taught himself English. In 1900 they moved to Bendigo, setting up a small drapery shop together. Sidney would sell the garments and fabrics by horse and cart to other parts of the state. Sidney had always been a businessman at heart. He was a very convincing man and always had a way with words. In his earlier life, along with his siblings, he assisted with the management of his family's drapery business, but often his mother left him and his brother, Elkin, to organize and manage the store themselves. The partnership soon failed because Elkin strongly believed in the Sabbath, where they don't work on Saturday, where, as even though Sidney was Jewish as well, he thought they should still work on Saturdays, so Sidney bought Elkin out and the business was his.
Sidney Myer got married in 1905 to Hannah Nance Flegenthal.
In 1912, Sidney bought land at Post Office Place. In 1914, he purchased a drapery shop in Burke Street, Melbourne. In 1913, he bought the Civil Service store in Flinders Street. He now had 3 drape shops, and these were the start of his empire.
Years after Sidney had married Hannah, their constant fighting led them to an unfortunate divorce in 1919.
After the previous marriage, Sidney remarried the next year in 1920 to Marguerite Marilyn Baileau, who survived him and had 2 sons and 2 daughters.
After many years of hard work and trying to overcome adversity, Sidney Myer triumphed in Melbourne. His small drapery stores are now being transformed into Australia's #1 department store.
Sidney Myer is the reason for the creation of not only his community charity fund, but also the Sidney Myer Music Bowl, a wonderful musical performance space and a well-recognised chain of department stores, Myer.
He has left a great legacy in Melbourne, and it is important that we acknowledge him today as a vital part of Melbourne's growth and development, community spirit, and of course, a prime example of how we can all triumph over adversity.